How can I get more kills in Rainbow Six? Well, you could be in any rank, you could have fantastic or horrible aim, you could be the best player ever. All I know is that whoever you are on the other side of that screen, there's one thing that's always guaranteed. You can always improve, and so can I. That's why I took a game where I performed exceptionally well to not only show you the great techniques I use to help you improve, but also to point out the mistakes I made even while playing a fantastic match. I'm not going to waste your time anymore, so let's get into it. Okay, this is the first thing to note, right? So here's my first kill of the whole match, right? Obviously I killed this guy. So this guy came down main pretty quick. There's only a minute into the round. So like this is a point where timing's really important, because if this guy's down main in the first minute, firstly, you can be pretty sure that they didn't clear the entire map, right? This guy probably just came down kitchen hallway, walked down main stairs. There's no way they're clearing the entire map in a minute. So if you have a roamer, you can be like, dude, there's one bottom main. They don't know you're up there, because the chances are pretty good that they don't know you're up there. But the thing to note is he got pinged, so I know that he has crossed the bottom of the staircase. And this is a bad spot to be in as an attacker. Sitting in the side of the staircase, you can't leave, you can't go anywhere without crossing the doorway again. So that makes it really easy with my moto hatch shut. That makes it really easy for me to sit here and just hold this guy in bottom main. So, fuck, this is annoying because the cursor's kind of in the way. I wish I downloaded this. But anyway, this guy's stuck on the left side of bottom main. So, and we're in a 3v5. That's something that's also important, is always like keeping track of how many people are live. So in a 3v5, you need to get kills back, right? They have control of pretty much everything with 2 minutes, like a minute into the round. So they have 2 minutes to spare. That's a lot of time to set up for a plant when you have control of bottom main, kitchen already. The hatch might be open at this point. They might have dirt control. So they're very close to like actually getting an execute down with only 2 minutes. So we literally have to kill them here, or else we're just going to lose the round. So taking an advantage, this is an advantageous fight for me. I know where this guy's at because of the prism. He got pinged. I know he's bottom main. So by holding him in here, and you can't tell, but I'm holding a little bit of a wider angle. I'm not holding a pixel. It's not like quite a pixel. It's like a little bit wider. So that way when he does swing, he just walks straight into my cursor and I just click his head. Like that's just a very easy kill to get. My reaction time was nice, I guess. I didn't have to aim or anything, though. Like, that's very easy to just put your cursor in the right spot, right? The buck opens up above main stairs. You can hear that with the skeleton key. This kill is pretty straightforward. I just hear him sitting there on the holes. Like, you can hear him looking down the holes. And again, 3v4. We got to get another kill back just to kind of make it even, give us a little bit more of a fighting chance. Now, it wasn't super important I get that kill, so if I miss that nitro there, I'm not going to like push up main stairs or do anything crazy. I'm probably just going to sit and hold moto and continue holding the bottom main side. So I did get the nitro kill, which was kind of like, this guy just kind of was like standing on his hold, which was kind of stupid. And then we're back at the man disadvantage. So this one you didn't hear. One sec, let me back it up so you can actually hear what this guy calls. Okay, so he called that one dropped, and he calls that one's AKs. So the guy that dropped is on the B bomb. He could do kind of like 3 things. He could do the plant on the bomb. He could go deep armory and plant, or he could cross to AK and maybe plant there, which is like less likely. But this guy AK could also cross back to go cover the bomb. So somebody could cross this doorway. So holding this doorway in this situation is pretty good. Like, we haven't got the call out that he's started planning yet, so I still have time to try and maybe like hopefully get one who crosses, and this guy does peek into me, so I get another kill. Like, this is 3 kills at this point, and all very easy, right? A nitro kill that the guy stood no chance, a guy bottom main that also I just clicked when he peeked, and then this guy also just walking into my line of sight for me to just click his head again. Anyway, so yeah, at this point I have 3 kills. This guy plants deep armory, right? And you see here I get on my drone. So I figure out where he's planting, right? That's what my team was calling off as well, was the drone. So I know he's back armory. They say he's still there. So I'm going to try to wallbang him through this soft wall just to get another like free kill that he can't really compete with. The problem here is I pushed up too far. So I die. So instead of actually pushing up into the hallway to wallbang him, what I should have done is shot open this hole in the wall first, because like I only have 16 bullets. I don't want to waste all my bullets and then die the way I did. So I should have sat in moto to keep the cover while wallbanging this. Instead, I pushed up into the hallway, and what happened was I opened a hole for him, and I'm just super exposed, whereas he's in cover and I died, right? So playing this a bit better, I should have stayed in moto, opened up this hole, and then had some cover to peek off of to actually try and take him out. And then either he peeks me and maybe I smoke him, maybe I win the gunfight, whatever. This is probably the hardest gunfight of the round so far, because the other 3 were like super free. But I didn't. So what happened was I pushed up, which made me lose the fight. Let's go to the second round. So at this point, I have 3 kills. I'm feeling pretty good. Got a couple nice shots, whatever. I'm 3-0. None of my teammates have kills. That's too bad. But what can you do? So on this round, we're mute. I just set up my mute jammers wherever. I had an extra one, so I just kind of threw it here, and I was kind of like, whatever, fuck it. But this is a great thing to know. If you are roaming or if you're far away from sight, let me turn the audio up. I'll just watch this clip real quick. For funsies, chat. Oh, he just bucked into strip. I'm dead. So I heard him buck into strip, which means he's probably just gonna run through here. And what did he do? He came in here without any drones. I sat in a corner and shock him in the face when he comes around the corner. This is probably the easiest way to counter literally anyone who doesn't drone. Most people who don't drone, what do? They enter the map from a random spot, right? Or somewhere far away from sight, and they try to crouch walk around the map and take you by surprise while you're running throughout it randomly. Just literally sit in a corner. If that guy droned me, what would I do? I shoot the drone and I leave. And I go sit in another corner with a shotgun. If he doesn't drone me, what happens? He comes around the corner and I shock him in the face. This is like literally the easiest way to counter people who don't drone. And you could do this every round. Just pick a corner. If they don't come, they don't come. You don't kill anyone. You just go back to site afterwards. If they do come, you get yourself a free kill, and then you're just one step closer to winning a round. It's just, literally free kill. Literally free kill. Okay, we got the clip now. What do I do after I shotgun this guy? I go up main stairs, and I just pick a new spot to hide. So now I'm just hiding in a new corner with a shotgun. So if they do the same thing where they drone me out, or they don't drone me out, I just shotgun them again. So it's the exact same way I killed Buck. I could just do this over and over by picking new spots and moving closer and closer to sight each time. That's something super easy that you can do. So we're in a 4v4, my team doesn't need me on site. It's a 4v4. They're fine, right? Well, 2 of them got smoked. So now it's a 2v4, meaning if I stay here, my teammate's in a 1v4 on site. So it's really important that I come back to site when we're in this man deficit. But because it's a 2v4, we still have to try and get kills back, right? Because if one of us die, it's a 1v4, and that's way harder to lose. My teammate's getting flashed, so I try to cover him, but then he gets naded, so now there's that 1v4 situation. Using utility in 1v4s is super important. That's a good way to get kills. They're planning. If you can deny the plant or push them into a spot where they're vulnerable and get that kill, that's a good way to not only get the diffuser down and waste more time, but you're getting a kill in the process. So I get the nitro kill, and I take out the guy that pushes up red hall. So that's really important, getting those 2 kills. So I got the 1 kill, took the gunfight on the guy red. You do in a 1vx, 1v1, or 1v2, 1v3, 1v4, whatever. You have to find fights. You have to just try to kill people, dude. You can't win it by hiding in a corner. So you have to pursue the gunfight. So I know he's pushing up red. I'm not going to run from the guy pushing up red. I'm going to fight that guy because that's a one-on-one gunfight. So now it's a 1v2. They did get the bomb down, so I obviously nitroed somebody else. But at least I'm in a winnable situation. 1v2 is much more winnable than a 1v4, right? So here I am. I'm making holes in walls. I'm looking for more kills. I'm trying to isolate some gunfights. I can't see him. And I died to the guy on the bomb. I could not see him because my sight was in the way, which I found out later. But another 3K round, right? I'm 6-2 at this point, and we've lost both rounds. I think I mentioned this in a second, that none of my teammates have kills. Yeah, here it is. Oh God! Look at the scoreboard, bro. So, I'm playing well, but we're still losing, right? My kills in the first round, at least, were throughout the round, trying to bring the chances back. So by improving your chances throughout the round, you are going to win more rounds. So if I pulled off a 3K every round, we're probably going to win more rounds than we lose. But if I'm sitting in a corner in a 1v5 and just baiting for kills at the end of the round every round, my kills are literally doing nothing. So it means nothing. So round 3, I went Oryx. Now this was probably just I was killing a bunch of people, feeling pretty good. So I figured I'd pull off a bit of a roam and try to be a little more impactful, and try to maybe get some early kills for my team, try to maybe help them out a bit more because obviously they were struggling. So I did the exact same thing I kind of did on that mute round, right? I picked an entrance, dirt tunnel. I played an off angle. So rather than staring into the dirt tunnel, what I'm doing right here is I'm holding an off angle. So if they walk through dirt, they're exposed to blue, they're exposed to the hallway door, they're exposed to armory, they're exposed to AK, they're exposed to a lot of stuff if they walk through this door. So the odds of them picking this angle are much, much less likely than them checking every single angle as they come through dirt tunnel. So picking like off angles like this and waiting for them to just walk through is a good way to do it as well, if you don't have like that shotgun like we did on mute. Here, it turns out my team just killed a bunch of people. So here you see the 5v3, eventually a 5v2. So in the 5v2, like really the only way we lose is if like we have 4 people roaming, there's one on site, they kill the site guy and plant the bomb. So like just get back to site. Like there's no reason to be here at this point in a 5v2. I can just go back to site, which is kind of what I do. Kinda. I was close enough to site. We found the last guy and we all just kind of ran on him. This is a fantastic way to throw rounds, by the way. But if you're feeling good, then just go for it. So we switched to attack. At this point, I'm still 6-2. I didn't get any kills that last round. So my teammates did eventually pick it up, which is nice. You know, we finally got some more kills on the board. We brought the Montang, so we were doing like this garage Montang push here, which, you know, I'm a fan of this push. I like this push. I put the claymores down just in case we did die in garage and like they were trying to run out or whatever. Like the claymores aren't probably going to do much here, but I'm going into garage anyway. I'm going to either die in there or we're going to win the round in there. So it doesn't really matter where I put the claymores. So Monty's going up the stairs. He's theoretically calling them out, right? Let me turn the audio up. He said there's one on the wall head holes. That was the only call my Montaigne gave me, was there's one on the wall head holes. He didn't call the guy right in front of him. As you can hear, I'm malding. So basically, what could I have done in this situation? I don't really know. Like, I could make, like, if the Montaigne's calling stuff out, but he's not calling the stuff out that's more important, it's kind of just like, I just kind of got screwed over by my teammate, which happens, and you kind of have to shake it off. But this is where I'm not sure what the right answer is, because I don't know if you should like just ignore your teammates' calls, because like that's usually not how you work as a team very well. So if he just called the guy out, I would have easily killed that guy that's swinging. We ended up getting the trade anyway, so it wasn't a huge deal. So this is a 4v3, and we have garage control. So this is actually really good for us, because now all we need to do, so because we have garage control, all we need to do now is open up the breach, hold the cross, and plant the bomb, right? You can hold the cross from the breach. Oh, sorry, there's still a guy garage. So we have to kill this guy garage. Then we can open up the breach, hold the cross, and plant the bomb. Montaigne ended up like drop shotting this kid and fucking smoking him. Here, one sec. Let's see if we can watch it. I watched it on a drone. It was pretty hot. So we did end up getting garage control, and I believe we won the round. It came down to like a 1v1. It came really close, but yeah, nothing. I just got beamed right off the start there. So at this point, I am 6-3. They did win out the 4v3. It was very close, but they got it. So next round I went ace. I was just having like the chat pick my operator, so I was running whoever. This spawn peek almost got me there, so you gotta kind of be careful coming out of spawn. I was not very careful, I don't think. Let's see how I looked at this. I peeked the window, then I peeked the door. Didn't even realize it was open. Almost died. Tried to spray through the window for him running back through kitchen hall to get that kill, which would have been super lucky if I did get it, but it wasn't the most horrible way to come out of spawn. It was just I was a little bit exposed to the doorway as I was peeking that kitchen window at the start. That's all. So dirt's soft, so I don't need to ace it. I'm gonna try to open the kitchen hatch, which I missed this ace charge. So you can actually ace beside the kitchen hatch, but I missed. So I had to throw my third one. Whichever I wasn't using anyway. I would have just used it for dirt, which was already open. So now we're in a 2v5. This is very hard to win a 2v5. So 2v5 with 2 minutes left. So the time does depend a lot. So because there's 2 minutes, it means I have a lot of time to try and isolate those gunfights, get individual kills, and bring the numbers back. Because most people in 2v5 get bored. They start running at you. You can play aggressive. My Twitch gets a kill, so that makes it a lot easier. So if we get one more kill here, we're in a 2v3, and 2v3s are like very winnable compared to 2v5s. Now I have no utility, and my teammate then proceeds to die. So now I'm in a 1v4, a minute and a half. I could use probably like 45 to a minute, like trying to get some kills. If I get 2 kills in that time, I'm set up for some good stuff. So I hear this guy coming out main, easy kill. If I get one more kill here, I'm in a really, really good spot. My teammate's actively like calling this guy out on site. I'm like, okay, I can try and win this gunfight. If I win this gunfight, I then am in a 1v2 and it makes it a lot easier. So I see right there. Oh, this really fucked me up too. I see right there the Azami has like barricaded Moto door with her barricade. So I was like, oh, okay. So she can't come from Moto on me. So I know that I can just walk down main hall if I kill this guy on dummies, which I do. I kill this guy, but then my team calls that I can go to the hatch to take one out. Like I can go up to the hatch and probably kill one. So I'm like, okay, well, Moto's barricade off. I can run up the stairs. But I didn't realize he had an angle over the barricade. So that kind of sucked. But if I got to the hatch and got that kill, I would have been a 1v1, known the last guy was Moto or church area, drop the hatch, try to plant the bomb, and then try to win the 1v1 gunfight because he has to pursue me. So that was almost a clutch attempt. I just kind of neglected the Moto door there. So if I did want to go up to the hatch, I should have been ADSing at the Moto door and like watching for this guy to peek over that and maybe even get the other kill there. And if I killed that guy, then I could just push into Moto, right? We lost that round as well. Did get a couple kills, almost won the clutch. And then here we are on Finca for the next round. So we went for this garage take again. It was CCTV again since we won it. This time we worked a little better. I didn't trust the Montang as much. We got garage open. Let's see what happened here. So I'm trying to nade this guy out from bottom. There's 2 ADSs, so my nade got caught, so I couldn't throw my other one either. Our Yana kills a guy from the garage door, but there's another guy. The Monty's shooting at him actively. So this is when you want to be shooting him in the back because he has to worry about the Montang, right? So that was just a very simple teamwork. That was an easy way to kill somebody. And in the 5v3, we lose a teammate, which, 5v3 this is a great learning experience actually, because in a 5v3, like if every single person on your team in a 5v3 plays like a complete bitch, like a complete pussy, you will always win the 5v3. At least when you have more than a minute and a half left in the round, which in this case we do. We have a minute and a half because we have garage control. We have the breach open. We have the 2-man advantage. So at this point, all we need to do is make sure we're holding the flank, holding the push through sight, and planting the bomb. That's only requires 3 people. The other 2 can be doing whatever the fuck they want. Like usually you want them to just be helping out a bit more or hitting the back at the same time or whatever. So at this point, Yana's dead. It's a 5v3. So really all I have to do is I have to get up here to help cover the plant, but the bomb's on the bridge, so we have to bring the bomb to a garage to plant the bomb on the server rack. Whatever. That's like kind of the general idea of what we're going for here. But I'm worried about this flank since our Yana died to this flank. So I'm holding this flank. Our Sledge is kind of doing fucking nothing in stock. So I asked Sledge to go to the breach so that the bomb could gun to garage. So I asked Sledge, can you go to the breach to cover the cross? He goes over. I set a drone for our dead teammate to watch underneath so we don't get nitroed. And then I push up with the team. Let's see. So yeah, there's a shield and a bulletproof camera. We got to get rid of that just to get rid of their info, get rid of their cover, which leaves this guy exposed, makes it for a really easy kill. So using utility to clear shit like that is super, super important. That guy was safe on a shield before I naded it. Once the shield's gone, he's completely exposed. He's trying to peek rafters. Like this is just a rafters winning gunfight. One's cash, one's red. My teammate just called these cash. So now it's just a matter of like planting the bomb. I'm just getting kill hungry here. Hopping through this window is kind of stupid and ridiculous, but I absolutely smoked that kid. So there you go. So at this point, I'm 11-4. Like I've just been playing smart, playing safe, and most of the time that's all it takes. Play smart, play safe, and you'll get a ton of kills. At this point, I went cap can. I did a bit of a like solo roam, made some holes above kitchen. So if they walk into kitchen without droning it, I'm just gonna shoot them in the top of the head and get a free kill. This is a very easy way to get kills if you're not cleared out. They did end up pushing me, so they had a guy at my logi hatch. A guy came up main stairs, which I'll show you here. So I heard him rappel to the roof, so I know he's coming to my hatch. They're gonna clear me out. They know I'm here. The impact holes are pretty big. And my teammate called out that there's one on main stairs. So I know this guy's main stairs. I didn't know he was so close because he was crouch walking. As you can see, I whiff. I'm 11-4. I'm still whiffing, and I'm still 11-4. That's just a good point. My teammate flanked the sledge at the same time and got the kill. So at that point, it's kind of like that was a close one. That was a close one. So I should have probably been playing a little more slower when I came out of Logi, so I didn't like die to that sledge so fast. Which I should have probably died to that guy, right? So if I maybe like quick peeked it or jiggled it a little closer and checked my tighter angles before I checked like I wide swung like that, then it would have gave me some information. So quick peeking for information is a good way to avoid dying, which I should have died right there, in my opinion. I got away. So as soon as I get away with my life, I'm like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm going back to site because I will be of better use there. I also picked up some of my cap cans I had up there just to be like, oh, I can just throw these down somewhere else in the site, might help out later on. Teammate dies in a 4v3. In the 4v3s and the 5v3s, when you have that man advantage, this is like the optimal time to play safe. So say that when I was upstairs, 2 of my teammates died on site, and we were in a 3v5. That's when I probably want to flank or pick a new flank route to take to try and get a kill back. Maybe I come to site and then start coming up main to try and get some kills back. But because we were in a 5v3 or 5v4, whatever it was, when I got out of there, that's when I want to come back to site and just play smart. Try to preserve your life. When you have man advantage, you want to preserve your life. That's super important. Just shoot the clone here. Just try to get rid of their information. I shot the Mozzie. Go by accident, throw a cap can down. This was the stupidest play ever. Yeah, I would not recommend this. I was very greedy in terms of trying to get my cap can. I thought I had time since I just shot that clone to maybe put both of them down, which landed me stuck in this position. So at this point, he's coming down main. He's like right around the corner, right? I can't run to Moto because if I run to Moto, he will just shoot me in the back. If I turn around and sprint towards church, he will also shoot me in the back. And if I'm walking down the hallway, backing up, aiming at bottom main, I'm just a really big target and I'm moving very slow and it's very easy to lose that gunfight. So I put myself in a bad situation by forcing this Capcan trap down because if I had left as soon as I shot that clone, I would have been able to escape. But I didn't, so my last option is going prone, keeping myself as small as possible, and trying to win this ridiculously attacker-favorite gunfight. He even quick-peeked it. I still won it somehow. So I got the kill, and that's my chance to run away. Now I'm like, holy fuck. Okay. Got away with another kill I probably shouldn't have got. It was very risky. Got all the cap cans down. And then we were in a 2v2, so we had the fuse above, so I know one's above. I don't know where the other one is. So it could be dirt, could be Moto, could even come around blue, but that would be kind of weird because they should be working together in theory. So we're just kind of being aware of where they're at. My teammate was in dirt, so I know he's not dirt anymore. My teammate goes Moto. He's holding that. I just have to hold the kitchen hatch drop. He's holding the long haul push. I'm holding the kitchen drop. They could come blue, but I think we have like a Malusi or something there. Get rid of their information. Last one is in kitchen hatch. We know this at this point just from the calls. He smoked the guy bottom main, and he drops into both our crossfires, and that guy is screwed. And that could have even been my kill as well, but I wanted to just kind of one tap him in the head just for fun. So at this point, I'm 12-4 going into round 8. This is a great garage drone. This just gives you information on all garage. If they're basement, you can see if they come up upstairs. If they cross the server right here in prep phase, you can see if they run across. You can see if they cross into lounge, like if they go get the stock hatch and come back, you'll see them run back. And if they go get the stock hatch and don't come back, you know they're bar or stock side, or maybe they grab bar hatch and went down main or whatever. So this is just a ton of information that you can use just to like interpret things a little better too. So my teammate's going in a secret. I'm just droning them in, helping them out. It's always good. It's always a good idea, especially when you're solo queue, just to help your teammates. Which I'm solo queue in this case, so even if they don't have mics, even just calling stuff out for them is just a good way to give them information, because information is everything in this game, obviously. Okay, so this guy's in secret. I saw him coming up. So he shot my drone, right? I have no drones left. My other one's in the garage. I could theoretically drive it over. But I'm Zofia, so I can just use my Zofia stun, shoot it into the room. If it explodes on impact like it does in this clip, right? He shoots my drone and comes up. If it explodes on impact, I know he's in there. If it doesn't, I know it's clear and I know I can hop in the window then, right? So I shoot it in. He's obviously on the stairs. It blew up very quick. So I peek him. I lose the gunfight. Personally, I just hate that you can still move full speed when you're stunned, because like this is such an easy gunfight for him. It wouldn't be any different if he wasn't stunned, right? So that's kind of stupid. I just think that's stupid that they changed that. But at the same time, I knew he was in there. It was kind of stupid to peek him at the same time. I could have went around to garage and came into the door just pre-firing with an LMG. That probably would have been a better option. Since I already knew garage was clear, I had a drone there. I could have just quickly checked it, came in through there, and just beamed down that guy to take secret control. But instead, I decided to take the gunfight. I was kind of feeling myself. I was 12-4 at that point, so if you're feeling yourself, you can take a little bit more risky gunfights. It did not work there, but my teammates kind of cleaned up, and we ended up winning the game. Yeah, that was a pretty good game for me. I would consider that a fat dub.